going on, guys? So I want to talk about meditation. I just did 26 minutes meditation then. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting, it's kind of hard sometimes to know what you're even aware of. It's like I focus on my breath. It's like sometimes I switch where my awareness goes, Sometimes I'll focus on a sensation in my body, or I'll focus on a sound. But usually I just focus on my breath, whether it's like my nostrils, my diaphragm, my belly, my chest, or the whole thing. But, it seems to me like, the breath is just an anchor. Like, it seems to me the purpose of meditation is to sort of really turn awareness onto itself, to recognize that you're alive. Because the interesting thing is that everyone knows they're alive. You can say, "Are you alive?" And they'll just be like, "Yes, I'm alive, of course." Like, I can say this to myself, like, "Am I alive?" Yes, but how deeply am I getting in touch with that? Am I aware? Yes. But, like, if you really turn your awareness onto the fact you're alive, or turn awareness onto itself, like, that's really fucking profound. Like, when you can, like, really grasp that, that's deep shit. So, I was just doing meditation, and I was doing meditation. I guess that's the mistake there, is that you don't do meditation. Meditation is not something that you do. Meditation is who you are, really. Meditation is just being. But anyway, so I was meditating. And yeah, so it's kind of like, I don't know how focused I was in the moment. There weren't a whole lot of thoughts that I could be aware of. I don't think, sometimes there are a lot of thoughts going on, and like, it's really kind of overwhelming. This session that I just did was kind of like not a whole lot of overwhelming thoughts, and I just sort of like observed them, let them go, just came back to the moment as best as I could. But yeah, it was kind of like more of like a relaxed state. Kind of more like a relaxed state. And not so much of an alert state. And I think this is really the balance that you need to get in meditation. Is you need to be fully relaxed, but you need to be fully alert in the moment. You need to be alert. So it's that balance. And I feel like this session I wasn't like that alert. But anyway, there was a point where I was like, let me turn awareness onto itself, which is like, being aware that you are aware, which is actually just being aware. You can't really be aware that you're aware. That's just being aware. But anyway, so you do that, and then you sort of like contemplate, okay, what am I actually aware of then? It's like, let me like be aware that I'm aware, but then you have to be like, okay, what am I actually aware of? So it puts you into the moment of what you're actually aware of, like as a whole like thing. So it's like, my body as a whole, like the sensations in my whole body. And then the sounds around me, and like my eyesight, even though it's closed, like the patterns and the colours, and the taste in my mouth, the sensation in my nostrils. And then, after you sort of encapsulate everything into your awareness of like this moment, then you are fully in the moment, and then you have the opportunity to be aware that you are aware. And that, I think, is the purpose of meditation. Is to get is to realize that you're alive, is to realize that you are aware. And it's really profound when you can turn awareness onto itself and actually like get a glimpse of that. Because, I mean, in our day-to-day lives, we go about life not really acknowledging that we are alive. I mean, of course we fucking know we're alive, but we don't get in touch with that deeply enough, I don't think. Because I think you can say, yes, I'm alive, but that's like a concept. It's like, are you alive? Yes. But it's like you're not getting in touch with, like, you're not sort of like verifying the answer in your being. It's just like from like past experience, it's like, oh yes, I know I'm alive. So you answer it from like the past. Whereas it's like, are you alive? And you go, what a question. And then you just sort of verify that for yourself. It's like, whoa man, yes, I am alive. It's really hard to explain because words cannot describe it. Like, all I can say is that if you don't come out of this and going, wow, man, I am alive, and it like fucking shocks you to the core, and it's like, fucking hell, and you have this like euphoria, and it's like, Jesus, man, it's profound, like, shit, I am alive. Like, if you don't feel something like magical and miraculous at the fact that you exist, then you're not grasping it fully. And I'm sure there are even deeper levels that I can go, but still, like, many moments where I've really fucking tapped into this of just recognizing my being, recognizing that I am aware, that I do exist. And every moment where I get deep into that, it's like fucking wow, man. Like, it's unity. Like, it's getting in touch with reality, with God. Existence. Like, you realize you're real. Like, we know we're real. It's like, of course we're real. But it's like we don't, like, each day we don't take it in as much as we can. Like, I'm sitting here on my bed, a bowl here, and, like, my surroundings, and it's just like, this is a normal thing. Because, of course, I wake up in this room every day. It's a normal fucking thing. But, like, when you turn awareness onto itself and you have this profound experience, everything is magic. All of it is magic. And it's all like you. like this bed that I'm sitting on with like these blankets. Like right now it's just like a blanket, like boring old blanket. But when you realize that it's like you are alive, you realize that that's like reality. Like this is reality. Like this is it. It's like solid as a rock. It's solid as a fucking rock. Like my hand is, I can just be like, oh yep, just my hand, like, cool, whatever. But when you fucking get in touch with the moment, like, completely, it's like, fuck man, my hand is right fucking here. Like, this is it. This is reality. This is truth. Like, this is real. This is real. And this is the annoying thing, is that you can't describe to anyone this feeling. Because I can say now, it's like, oh yes, my hand is real. Of course it's fucking real. I can see it. I can feel it. It's real. Yeah, it's like, whatever. But fuck man, I have had moments where I can look at my hand or look at the environment that I'm in, or, you know, just whatever I'm focusing on, and just be like, fuck man, this is real. Like, this is life. Like, this is something precious. Like, this is all that there is. And that's fulfilling. That's the most fulfilling thing there is, you know. It's not about, you know, getting a house or getting the perfect partner or getting a car or earning heaps of money or having a good status in society or whatever. You know, you're all striving for this thing, like, if I can just get my dream job, or if I can just get my dream partner, or if I can just, like, you know, like, have these solid relationships in life. It's like, you're all trying to, like, go somewhere and get something done, and then you'll be happy. And it's like, we all know that fucking cliche of just, like, once I get this, then I'll be happy. But that's, like, really what it is. Like, you think you're going to be fulfilled with that. And even if you know this thing where it's like, oh yeah, I know that the present moment is what's going to be fulfilling for me, and chasing this other external things, relationships and money and all this, isn't going to bring me happiness. But that's still a concept. And it's still a concept for me most of the time. But you can really fucking see for yourself that this is the most fulfilling thing when you are completely in the present moment, because you realize it's fucking real, and that is the most precious thing there is. And I've fucking said a whole lot here, and I still feel like I'm not conveying this profundity that of what it is. And the reason being is because I'm not in this place right now, so it's hard to even, you know, what words do I use? And at the same time, you know, words can't do shit, but they can point to the moon. But yeah. Because, I mean, there's no explanation for you being alive. For you being real. Like, you can say, well, my parents had sex, and then I came out my mother's womb. And that's who I am. That's me. That's what happened. That's why I'm here now. But that's just like that, the physical side of things. That's just your body and your thoughts. The thing that's real is the thing that knows your body and your thoughts. That's who you actually are. That's the realness that you are. Like when consciousness wakes up to itself and it's like, fuck. fuck man, I don't know what else to say, but you know, this is the most fulfilling thing that anyone can do. And it's not really a doing as such. I mean, there are practices that you can take, methods to get to to the moment more, you know, meditation, yoga, self-inquiry, psychedelics, you know, a lot of methods that you can use, but eventually, you know, if you use them correctly, as Ram Dass would say, the method should self-destruct. It's like you're on a bit of land and you've got to like cross this ocean to get to this island. So you take the boat. The boat is the method to get into the island. But once you're on the island, you don't carry the boat around your arms, fucking carry it with you. You just leave it where it is. You're done with it. So it's the same kind of thing with like meditation, is that you use meditation as a method to get more present, but then when you're fucking here, you don't need it no more. I mean, meditation's always still going to be like a good thing that you can always go to. But anyway, like, yeah. Fuck, man. And it's something like, talking about this is like something really like, I mean, it's boring to people because it's literally like foundational. It's like, you know, talking to people about like, you know, man, like, like what am I up to? Oh, you know, I'm trying to be aware that I'm aware. And it's like, what, man? Don't you know you're fucking aware? It's like, yeah, I do, but I'm trying to do it on a deeper level where it just fucking, you know, where I can break through the matrix and see the truth of reality. And people think that it's just like some philosophical bullshit that you can't ever fucking do. But it seems to me it's like, nah, you can. You can. Like, this is the thing, I think some people think it's just like, you know, what you're doing is just mental masturbation. It's just philosophizing a whole bunch. But it's not. I mean, I'm definitely a fucking guilty of mental masturbation. I mean, look at me making this fucking video, you know, talking about it. But, you know, what I really want to get to is beyond that. Something experiential and felt in the direct experience, the immediate moment. And I don't know if you can sustain this state. You know, moments where I've had like, just like realize that this is real, and that's like the most amazing thing ever. That's fucking profound, that like this is real, that this is reality, that this is life, that I exist. I don't know if you can sustain that state, you know, the moments where I've had where it's really fucking profound. Where I can look at my hand or just, you know, the environment around me and just be like, wow, man, I'm alive. Like, that's happiness. Like, that's fulfilling. That's satisfying. I don't know if you can sustain that. I don't know if that's what enlightenment is. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know if I'm just chasing this high, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a high. I mean, that it feels like the high is a byproduct of it. Because it's fulfilling, man. It's satisfying. And it's also like you don't really have a choice. You don't really, you know. The moment you wake up is determined. How much you go back to sleep and how much you wake up is, I think, determined, you know. Based on your karma, you know. Because you're always going to be like pulled back to your, you know, the challenges that you have to face in life. With your relationships, with your health, you know, your karma that you've just been born into. You're always going to be pulled back towards your karma. But waking up definitely does help that, I think. Anyway, don't know what else more to say. Other than, you know, this, like, if anyone's keen to just be in the moment completely, like, fucking go for it, because, I don't know. Well, I'm 21 years old. This human body is, anyway. This human mind. And, you know, hopefully there's many more years in me so I can recognize my being more. You know, I think it's my destiny anyway. Of course it is. I think it's anyone's, really.